The Wild About Game Cook-Off in Oregon is really an exhibition, not a competition. Spectators come to the resort at the mountain south of Mount Hood and pay for entry. What they get for their money are top-flight cooking demonstrations from experts in the preparation of wild game. They even put it on TV. What a concept! And the best part of it all is samples. We're going to make the rounds to bring you a grilling guide to duck breast, duck burgers with foie gras, buffalo steaks, buffalo stir fry, and my backyard recipe for venison. The first stop on our visit, grilled duck breast. Not only delicious, but a surprisingly lean meat, if you can somehow stay away from the skin. Grilling duck isn't hard. Just remember to start skin side down, cook that way for about 8 minutes. Then turn it over, and in a couple of minutes you'll have a medium rare duck breast ready for dinner. Here at the Wild Game event, Cecile Halverson from Grimaud Farms gave us some more pointers. A lot more people are barbecuing game, duck, venison. Tell us about what you have here and how easy it is for people to cook.
Well, this duck right here, you can handle it the same way you will be handling an excellent steak. So you don't need to be afraid of it. A lot of people are scared with the duck because of the fat. There's ways you can go around and have an absolutely outstanding product.
So you treat it like a steak?
Treat it like a steak. Like the chef just did, you score the top of the skin and start skin side down so that most of the fat will render. Then you flip it over. And voila.
Now these are huge. These must be really huge ducks. And are they French, or where do these ducks come from?
Well, those ducks are raised in the Central Valley in California. Grimaud Farm is in charge of the hatchery. We have the breeding houses. We're in charge of the eggs. We raise the meat. We process the birds, and we pack them and sell them. So we are in charge all the time. Those birds right here, the time of processing, average 10, 11 pounds. But most of the meat is in the breast. So half a lobe of breast like this will average a pound.
A pound each breast?
A pound to each, yes.
Now, how you treat them, I just see salt and pepper and a little oil maybe, a little olive oil on these, is that?
Yes, you can, and you can also use such as Montreal steak seasoning just to give a little flavor. You can put pepper flakes on it. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, whatever your mood is for that day, the duck will follow.
A lot of us have experienced duck at a Chinese restaurant where there's a lot of fat. Now these, you're going to render off the fat by the way you cook it, is that correct?
That is correct, and then you're going to get a very crispy skin. And also, the duck you're going to eat in a Chinese restaurant is a Peking duck, which has a lot higher fat content to start with. Once again, the weight of the bird is in the meat, so the fat layer is a lot thinner. And starting that process, you render the fat, and then it gives the flavor to the meat, but you don't have to eat it.
What would you serve this with?
Oh, you could serve it with huckleberry compote. You could serve it with put it on top of a salad if you'd like. You could also put it with pasta on the side, maybe with some sun-dried tomatoes and mushrooms.
We once did a Canadian maple syrup glaze, and put on just a little brandy at the end, and flambéed each one as it's brought to the table. But those are absolutely delicious looking. So we'll have to try them here in a minute. Cecile, you mentioned Peking duck. What kind of duck are these?
Well, actually, this one right here is a Mullard duck, and it's a crossbreed between a Muscovy male and a Peking female. But the reason we use the Muscovy male is to get the size on the breast. That's what makes it so big. Right. Because the Muscovy ducks will be a 12-pounder. And it's very lean, so that's why you get the combination there.
Now, it sounds like you're not from the South U.S. or Texas. You have a different accent. Where are you from?
I am French.
You're French?
I am French.
Now, in France, would they grill the ducks like this at a barbecue, or how would they cook them?
Well,
the same way?
The barbecue in France is not as heavy as it is here. It's definitely a small Weber in the backyard, and we don't use barbecue as much. But we do eat a lot of ducks. And we're going to start the duck the same way on the frying pan with no fat in the pan. flip it over, finish it in the oven, and you get something fantastic too.
Cecile, this is the duck, fully cooked. It looks awesome. Awesome. Would you like to try some?
With pleasure. It's my favorite thing.
As they say in France, formidable. While we talked, I couldn't escape the feeling that Cecile and I were being watched. And we were. Or more precisely, the grilled duck was being watched. Come and get it, the duck's ready.